everybody, it's Megan. As always, I hope all of you are doing well. As the title states, we are going to be getting into the newly released, beautiful, gorgeous Speedy 20. A lot of you guys have reached out to me asking whether or not you think it's really worth it to purchase this bag. And some of you have reached out to me asking for mod shots of this bag because you are really considering it. I'll definitely be giving you mod shots as well as a pretty condensed, extensive review. And basically just letting you know if I do believe this Speedy 20 trunk, gorgeous Speedy 20 trunk at that, is worth the price point of $3,350 US. Yes, that definitely is a lot of money. Before we get into this video, I just want to briefly show you, I'm not wearing too much jewelry today. I like to share what I wear because a lot of you guys do ask, especially on Instagram. So today I do have on these Louis Vuitton Stellar earrings. Let me go ahead and put this beautiful bag down. One's my favorites because I'm just loving the rose gold. And even more than that, I'm loving the iridescent logo that goes around as you wear these earrings. They're just absolutely beautiful. What can I say? These things can get a little bit addicting, that's for sure. So another thing I want to point out really quick before we get into it, if you have not joined my YouTube luxury community, I kindly invite you to do so by clicking on that subscribe button you see located right down there below on your screen, and also clicking that notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Let's quickly get into the details of this bag. So first and foremost, we do have canvas that is going to wrap all the way around the bag. And then we have the reverse monogram, so pretty, on the sides of the bag. And then there are the little trunk details that you see right here. And forgive me, you guys, I have not taken the plastic off. I have worn this one time, but yeah, I definitely need to take that off, and I definitely need to take it off the sides right here. I think what really drives the price up to this bag is going to be these little trunk details, because when we think of Louis Vuitton, if any of you guys are familiar with the trunks that Louis Vuitton sells, they are never, and I do mean never, inexpensive. They are very expensive. You really just can't get any type of trunk that is going to be on the lower price range. They're always going to be higher in price. And I wanted to quickly make this little point here. My beautiful side trunk, which is definitely one of the best in my collection. I do have this in the debossed black leather with the silver hardware as well. This bag definitely is one of my top bags that is absolutely gorgeous and stands out beautifully in my collection. And it's a little trunk, you guys, and it has that little detail right there. So when you think of Louis Vuitton actually making a classic, iconic Speedy into a trunk, that in itself, that whole idea is going to drive up the price in this bag. This one is going to come in at the price of $3,350 US. Well, I do believe, goodness, I'm forgetting off the top of my head how much this one is. I want to say $3,900, but I'm going to correct myself in the video if I'm wrong. So there's definitely going to be a big price difference between the two of these bags. In the future, I'll definitely be doing a review between the side trunk and then this Speedy 20. But yeah, just going back to the trunk style, that's going to bring the price up. Also, when it comes to the beautiful riveting, it's gorgeous and it's added detail. And we could say to ourselves, do I need that on the bag? Well, no, but it's absolutely beautiful. And then it also does have, as a lot of you guys know, the chain in the front, which is going to be removable, and it just adds to that beauty of the bag. So the exterior of this bag is absolutely amazing, and it does have very, very black, carefree leather. And you can see that it does have this little black leather insignia right there that says Louis Vuitton, as well as the gold padlock. Getting into the bag, it's absolutely beautiful because it is going to feature a micro suede fiber material. It's not going to be textile. It's a pretty deep black hole, but it's definitely a very, very soft one. I should also mention it does have a pocket right here. So when you look at the bag on its own, it is going to look like an expensive bag. And I really do think you guys would agree with me on that point. And it just really goes back to that trunk style. The fact that Louis Vuitton thought far enough, I love that they did, to make a Speedy into a trunk is just amazing. And the fact that they made it so carefree with the reverse monogram, I couldn't have asked for more. And just going back to the size 20 being such a great size, I say that because it fits so much inside. As a matter of fact, I did do a detailed review on the classic Speedy 20 if you guys are interested. I did feature what fits in the Speedy 20, and I'll link it right up here. Speaking of the classic Speedy 20, here I have the beautiful classic Speedy 20. Again, love it very, very much. Use it very, very much. As a lot of you guys may know, there is a big, huge price difference between these two bags. I want to say that the Speedy 20 is $2,030 US dollars. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. This one being $3,350 US dollars. That's going to be a $1,300 difference, which is a very big difference in price for sure. But as you guys can see, this one just looks a lot more expensive than the classic Speedy 20. Don't get me wrong, I adore this piece. As far as versatility goes, you could wear this bag just tote style with these little handles. You could use this strap to wear it over the shoulder or crossbody, which I love doing. What I'm going to do right now is go ahead and show you guys some mod shots to give you an idea as to what I'm talking about. Here's the fun part, show you how the bag looks. So I'm going to start off with tote style, and what's great, as you guys can see, there is quite a bit of room between my wrist and the top of the bag, which is great. Next, I want to go ahead and show you the strap. I do have it on the longest length, and I am about 5'8" in height and about 135 pounds. This is how the bag is going to look, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It really, really stands out, you guys. And that reverse monogram, is it just me? It's a bit much. So pretty. And obviously, if you'd like, you could go ahead and remove the chain strap. It's really going to look beautiful either way, with or without the chain, but this is how it looks. Now, I do want to briefly mention there's a company that sells chain extenders if you'd like to extend the length of the strap that you have on your bag, whether it be this one or another bag in your collection. I am going to be using the shortest length that they offer. It's a wonderful way to add length to any bag that has a non-adjustable strap, and I do have a 10% discount on that website within the description box below. Now I'm going to be showing it to you with this monogram strap, which does come with the pochette Matisse. It is also sold on the Louis Vuitton website separately. And as you can see, it matches the bag beautifully. It's absolutely gorgeous. And because this is a very adjustable strap, you can go ahead and shorten the length if you'd like. But overall, you guys, I think you can tell this is a gorgeous bag. Very impressed as to how this bag looks on the body. And my mind just keeps going back to that beautiful side trunk bag and comparing it with this Speedy 20 trunk, which I just, it makes me want to really make a video as to which of these two would be a better option to purchase, because they're both so beautiful and gorgeous, and they're very, very different. That video will definitely be in the very near future. I would love to know your guys' opinion. Do you think this Reverse Monogram Speedy Trunk 20 is worth the price of $3,350 US dollars? I'd also love to know, did you purchase this bag? Love to know as well. Are you thinking about purchasing this bag? Basically, any opinions, I'd always love to hear them in the comment section below. My personal opinion, my personal take on this bag as to whether or not I think it's worth the price point is yes, I definitely do think it's worth the price point. It's beautiful, gorgeous, has the reverse monogram with the gold, so pretty, has the extended zipper, upgraded gold hardware, black leather. I mean, really, I feel that Louis Vuitton was very, very creative when they thought of making a Speedy 20 in the reverse monogram and adding the touch of making it a trunk. Again, just going back to the whole concept of a Speedy bag being made into a trunk, and then just adding the fact that it's going to be a reverse monogram. Very, very carefree bag. A lot of us, we have this thing with vachetta. I hear it a lot from you guys, and I definitely understand where you're coming from. For example, I hear a lot from you guys about wanting to get the slouchy but you're a little bit turned off by the fact that it does have quite a bit of vachetta. Completely understandable. And I love this bag very much, but I am fortunate to live in California. We get a lot of sunny days here. But if I lived in a place that didn't get so many sunny days, I would definitely be thinking like you guys. So this is very, very carefree. It's definitely the type of bag that's going to upgrade a casual outfit in the most beautiful way. Like today, I'm just wearing such a casual outfit, and I really just feel because this bag is so luxurious, it somehow makes my outfit that much better. It really does upgrade casual outfits. And then I think to myself, could I use this as an evening bag? Answer is absolutely yes. It's so beautiful. Of course, you could wear this to a nice restaurant. It would fit in perfectly, and I think you guys would agree. So please let me know what you think of this beautiful Speedy 20 trunk. I think you guys get the point as to how I feel about it. Also, any further questions on this beautiful Speedy 20 trunk, I would definitely love your input. I say it all the time. I mean it all the time. I love hearing from you. All right, you guys, now's the time within the video where I'm going to completely change topics as I typically do, from speaking about luxury to something that's definitely more insightful, meaningful, and inspirational. Topic of today's video is going to be focusing on his light. The reason it's so important to focus on God's light is because within his light is the peace that's going to give you a very, very good life. Spiritual warfare, I've mentioned on my channel quite a few times, is definitely a very, very real thing. That's why God tells us to wear our daily spiritual armor, because the enemy is very, very real, and we could definitely define him as darkness. We definitely don't want him to give us any type of darkness within our spirits. We always want to be directed towards God's light. Within God's light is hope, there is peace, there is love, there is happiness. There is the ability to know that everything is always going to be okay, because everything is going to be okay. That's just the way it is. All is well. Always has been, currently is, and always will be in the future. It can be very tempting to give into this world because, as a lot of us know, this world is very worldly. And unfortunately, you know, the enemy is down here on planet Earth trying to get into our minds and try to steal our peace. But God is always on the throne. He is always right there with you. We were literally made in his image to have his peace because he lives within us. The enemy can't stand that. I think you know that God views you as a perfect masterpiece, and what God views you as is the truth. What the enemy views you as is a complete lie. So whenever you get these thoughts inside of your mind that are, you know, kind of like giving you a lot of self-doubt and making you feel bad about yourself, reject them in the name of Jesus, because they are lies and very, very fraudulent. And it's very, very important to stomp them down. And the wonderful thing about being filled with God's light is when you are filled with it, you will feel that every little void that you ever had within your spirit is completely filled. And I say this based on my own experience in life. I know what it feels like to feel complete, to feel whole. And I also know that throughout my life, nothing has ever made me feel like that except Jesus Christ. He's the only one that's ever made me feel 100% worthy, 100% perfect in his image. Now, obviously, God is only perfect, but he views us as children as his perfect children. So it's really, really important to always be striving in our personal lives to have a very, very strong relationship with God. He wants you to live a good life here on earth. He doesn't want you to be sad. He doesn't want you to be anxious. And he doesn't want you to worry. He wants you to put your faith in him. God tells us in the Bible to cast our cares upon him. That can really just be so hard to do. But when we are on this path and we're really reaching towards his light and we really feel him in our spirit, it really does come quite easy, which is such an amazing thing. It's amazing how much control we actually have over our lives, through our spiritual lives, through our relationship with God, through the journey of just trying to be as close to him as we possibly can. Understanding that there is good, which is God, which is light, and understanding that there is dark, which is the enemy. And the thing about God's light is he's always trying to reach us. We are his destination, but he gave us free will. So it's always up to us to go towards God and meet him. Because like I said, we are his destination and he's looking to meet us so that we can have the peace that surpasses all understanding and really just live the very best life possible. When we live like this, when bad circumstances come against us, we'll find that we're able to deal with them in such a better way than if we didn't have God in our lives. Modern times, all times in history, we could say, is this a taboo way to think? think. No, it's not. It's actually a wise way to think, because we want to ensure our lives in peace. We want to live the lives that God, our Heavenly Father, wants us to live, which is a very good, peace-filled, faith-filled life that's going to have a lot of peace and happiness in it. And really, the only way to have that is to constantly be holding on to God's light, rejecting the lies that the enemy tells us. So I encourage you to focus on God's light. I promise you that when you do, I can say from my own personal experience, your life is going to go so much better than if you didn't have God actively in your soul. So that is what I have to say on the topic of focusing on the light. If you guys happen to have any comments or questions on that topic, and or, I know, very, very different topics, this gorgeous newly released Speedy 20 trunk, please do leave those in the comment section below. I'm very excited about my next video, I gotta tell you. And I also gotta tell you this, I am extremely excited. I don't know about you guys, but that new Murakami collection, eek, I'm very, very excited. If you did make it to the end of this video, I thank you. Until my next, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.